For a full list of tools required, as well as a step-by-step illustrated outline of the installation steps, please refer to the printed instruction book included in the product box or available online for download. We'll start by cutting the ceiling hole. First, determine where you want to install the skylight tube inside the house. Then, from inside the attic, clear out the insulation in the desired location. Measure the space between the joists to ensure you have the required diameter space for your installation. Please consult your specific product to determine the size of the ceiling lens and the diameter required. Drill a pilot hole through the ceiling centered above where you want your skylight tube ceiling diffuser lens installation. Use the included template for marking the ceiling hole diameter. Begin cutting the circle with a drywall saw. As you get to the end, hold on to the nail, circle, or the drywall to brace it for removal. To install the ceiling frame, take the two halves of the ceiling lens and slide the connectors in place on both ends of the ring. Insert the ceiling frame into the new hole. Use a saw to enlarge the hole if necessary. Attach the frame with the included 2-inch ceiling frame screws, securing them through the drywall and into the included plastic lugs. The plastic lugs are placed on the top side of the ceiling. Fasten the screws through the holes in the ceiling frame and through the ceiling and into the white plastic lugs. The lugs will tighten the frame to the ceiling as they are tightened. From inside the attic, locate the desired position for the flashing and dome opening. You will need at least 15 inches between the rafters to allow for a 14.5-inch hole to be cut. A space directly above the ceiling opening is optimal, but this position can vary depending on your particular attic conditions. For optimal light transmission, keep bends to a minimum, and do not bend the flex tube to more than a 45-degree angle. Drive a 2-inch deck screw through the roof, or drill a hole and insert a pencil or other type of marker so it shows on the outside of the roof surface. From on the roof, locate your marker and measure 7.25 inches from the center nail, and repeat this at 90 and 45-degree angles to achieve a circular pattern, or use the circular template if provided. Complete drawing the circle with chalk. Using a 1/2-inch drill bit, drill a pilot hole on the edge of the drawn circle and fit the saw blade through the pilot hole, or use the hole originally drilled when first marking the location in the attic. Start cutting the circle with a reciprocating saw. As you reach the end of the cut, secure the roof material by holding on to the exposed screw, or otherwise securing the roof material so it won't fall into the attic space. Remove or loosen the surrounding shingles with a pry bar, making sure to remove enough shingles to allow the upper 2/3 of the flashing to make direct contact with the sheathing and roof underlayment. Save the shingles you remove for reinstallation later. Drop the flex tube into the roof opening. Then set the flashing assembly into position and make note of the outer footprint, or mark with chalk. Slide the flashing underneath the topmost row of shingles and line up the bottom of the flashing with the shingle line, and insert a screw or nail into the center hole on the bottom. Back in the house, reach through the ceiling frame and pull the flex tube through into the room. Continue pulling until the tube is tight. Cut the flex tube level with the bottom of the ceiling frame and discard the excess tube material. fit the metallic tension ring into the center of the tube to hold it in place, and use the provided silver tape to secure it. And finally, snap the sealing lens onto the sealing frame.